Hello Magic fans, so we have another unwrapping video. So these are some prize packs that I got from going to my local game store, Neutral Grounds, to play in the sealed pre-release events over the weekend. So, let's see what we're gonna get. So they do have a nice price structure. Every time you register to play, you do get one pack for free, and then you get an additional pack per win for up to 3 rounds. So these are Japanese packs, so that's why the tokens are in front. So the token and basic land, and then the next card will be our rare. Usually, well, we have a foil forest this time. And so our first rare is Wizard's Spellbook. It's 5 blue for an artifact, and then you tap it, you exile target instant or sorcery card from a graveyard, roll a d20, activate only as a sorcery. So 1 to 9, you copy that card, you may cast the copy. 10 to 19, copy that card, you may cast the copy by paying 1 rather than paying its mana cost. And then for 20, copy each card exiled with Wizard Spellbook. You may cast any number of copies without paying their mana cost. Nice. So it's a little steep since the casting cost is 5 blue, but I've tried using it in Arena, and it's a good source. Like if you can get, I'm sure their opponent will have some removal, you might have some removal in your deck, so you're going to be able to use some of the better instants or sorceries from your opponent's graveyard. Right, Tricker's Talisman, Targnar Demon Fang Knoll, Skullport Merchant, and then here are the commons. Okay, I'm going to separate that into 2 piles. Next pack. Token and land. Our rare is Bard class, so it's red and green. Legendary creatures you control enter the battlefield with an additional +1/+1 counter on them. For another red and a green, your legendary spells you cast cost red-green less to cast. This effect reduces only the amount of colored mana you pay. And for 3 red-green, whenever you cast a legendary spell, exile the top 2 cards of your library. You may play them this turn. So good if you're making a very legend-heavy deck. Probably good for Commander if you're making a specific Gruul deck that has a lot of legendaries. They all get 1/1, and they cost red-green less to cast, and then you get to play additional spells from your deck. So Kalain Reclusive Painter, Keen-Eyed Sentry, and Power Word Kill. Right. Next pack. So I think most of the big threats for this set are actually dragons. Power Word Kill, it's a good removal spell. It's an instant. It costs 1 in black, but it's going to have probably be very limited if you're playing in a limited environment, because people are going to use their dragons in that environment, and that's probably the most of the creatures you'll have trouble with. But still, you're going to be putting this card in your deck. So the rare we got is Lair of the Hydra. So if you control 2 or more other lands, Lair of the Hydra enters the battlefield tapped. You tap to add green and X in the green until end of turn. Lair of the Hydra becomes an XX green Hydra creature. It's a land, and X cannot be 0. We get Intrepid Outlander. You find some prisoners. Rally Maneuvers. Okay. Next pack. Ooh, we do get Lolth, the Spider Queen, 3 black for a legendary planeswalker. with 4 loyalty, and whenever a creature you control dies, you put a loyalty counter on Lolth. 0, you draw a card and you lose a life. -3, you create 2/1 black spider creature tokens with menace and reach. And -8, you get an emblem with whenever an opponent is dealt combat damage by 1 or more creatures you control. If that player lost less than 8 life this turn, they lose life equal to the difference. Reaper's Talisman, Bag of Holding, and Portable Hole. Next pack. Oh, nice. We get our Boo token, Island. And our rare is Minion of the Mighty. For 1 red, it's a 0/1 Kobold with Menace and has Pack Tactics. So whenever Minion of the Mighty attacks, if you attack with creatures with total power 6 or greater this combat, you may put a dragon creature card from your hand onto the battlefield tapped and attacking. We get Split the Party, Cloister Gargoyle, and Goblin Morningstar. I feel like I do want to collect the showcase art for this and maybe put it in my binder. They do look nice when you're putting them all together. So our last pack for this pack opening, Wolf Token Plains, we do get a foil Reaper's Talisman. And then our rare is Ochre Jelly. So it's an X and a green for a ooze, which has Trample. Ochre Jelly enters a battlefield with X +1/+1 counters on it, and it has a split ability. So when Ochre Jelly dies, if it had 2 or more +1/+1 counters on it, you create a token that's a copy of it at the beginning of the next end step. The creature enters the battlefield with half that many +1/+1 counters on it, rounded down. And then Purple Worm, 50 feet of rope, which I think is a pretty useful card. You get to tie up one of your opponent's creatures, so you know that creature doesn't untap during the controller's next untap step. And then we get Faraday, Devil's Chosen. Okay, so that was our quick unpacking of 6 booster packs. So thanks for watching. Bye.